What's up, guys? Welcome back to the basement.
Today's secret word is fuck.
This is the post-New York Comic-Con show. We're all fucking tired. I, myself, have caught the con crud.
I caught it too.
Dude, I feel like shit, man.
Yeah. I'm doped up on so much friggin' like medication
and you haven't shared a single thing.
I know, I'm sorry.
Really. Like, we know act like you know a person.
I
didn't get caught.
I can still pass it over to you, so.
This is an extra special episode of Pete's Basement because it happens to be filmed in front of a live audience of all of our crazy friends. Yeah, those people who we've been liquoring up for the past 4 hours. Guys, before we get into anything, we got a great bunch of books for you. We're going to cover 2 weeks worth of shit. We got Batman 35, Earth 2 World's End #1. We got Birthright 1. We got Wytches, that's Wytches with a Y, from Scott Snyder. We got Avengers and X-Men Axis #1. We're going to talk about Skylanders, Original Sin Annual 1. We got Edge of the Spider-Verse, Mysteries of Unland concluded with issue 5. And of course, we're going to talk about the death of Wolverine. Guys, first of all, Comic-Con. Holy fucking shit.
We are bigger than San Diego.
Yes, we are. Officially,
Holy shit.
New York has beaten San Diego in attendance with over 155,000 people. Fuck you, San Diego. That's what you get for putting pineapples on pizza where they don't belong. One of the biggest things that bugged people out this Comic-Con was creators charging for signatures.
So I'm part of that comic book group now that you
Comic book collecting, guys. If you're not familiar with it, it's a great bunch of guys. Comic book collecting is the group. Just find it on Facebook. You can talk to me, Rich, everybody. A bunch of fucking people sharing, stuff that they bought. And
really
whatever.
cool people on there.
Yeah, just problems that they have, maybe with eBay shippers, or just general conversation, just geek out with. It's great.
Yeah. So there was this thread going there for a while that I was paying attention to, and I even kind of chimed in about how there was like big outrage over the fact that people were charging like $20, $35 for a signature.
What I noticed mainly was that I keep saying collectors. Creators were charging for signatures if you were CGC in your shit.
Yeah.
If not, they didn't give a shit. And I understand that.
And I saw some people had like limits, like 10 books
right.
or 3 books, whatever.
Because when it comes down to is, in a creator's mind, if they're signing a book that's going to go to the CGC, chances are good that
they're flipping it.
Yeah, they're going to go and turn around and sell it, especially Liefeld right now. Liefeld gets a lot of shit for charging fucking $30 per signature on a New Mutants 98, but this is a book that's going for like $500+
now.
So somebody's going to get this shit signed, get it 6 series, even if it's a 9.6, they're going to turn around and sell that shit for like $500. I don't blame Rob Liefeld for that. It's a rotten thing to do, and maybe he doesn't, distinguish between just a regular dude who's just going to get his signature signed because he loves Rob Liefeld's. I can't even say it with a straight face.
Don't even try. Don't.
No, I can't. He sucks.
But as much as I know we don't all love Rob Liefeld here, but
no, we don't.
But you also have to consider how much are these people paying for a freaking table now?
$1,500 for a 10x10
table,
$2,500 for a 15x10. It goes up, man.
So
it's
now you've got
pricey.
all these. Yeah.
I'm sorry. For Artist Alley, it's 500 beans a table. You're talking about for the regular people in the convention, it's $1,500 and up.
But even still, $500 a table.
They got to sell.
They got to make that money.
Of course.
Plus, think about somebody like Bagley who comes from out of town.
Right.
Now they got to fly in.
They got to travel
or
expenses
McFarlane,
and shit.
same
right?
thing.
I mean, I commissioned Eric Larson for his Spider-Man sketch. Now, Eric Larson was my Spider-Man artist. I wasn't collecting during the McFarlane era. I had to backtrack for that. So I found Eric Larson as yeah. So I asked him, how much for a sketch cover? He said $200. I said, money well spent. And he's like, what do you want on it? I said, you know what? You surprised me. He's like, really? You're just going to leave it up to me? I said, you know what? The very first book I ever bought was issue 341, Spider-Man versus Scorpion. I said, do me Spider-Man versus Scorpion. He's like, I can't do 2 characters. I was like, what's it going to cost me? Like for real. I don't even give a fuck anymore. So it says another 100. I was like, fine, here you go. Spider-Man vs. Scorpion. We got the picture on our Facebook and Instagram. I actually managed to see my sketch cover before it went out to CGC. Very thrilled. It was a crazy Comic-Con all around. He was nice
awesome.
Guy. So nice.
Holy good God. I went up to him and I told him that. I was like, dude, I booked same book, 341. I went up to him and I was like, I started collecting
Maybe it was
Amazing
342
Spider-Man.
then. You had the powerless one
Yes.
with the, yeah.
Where it was the mock-up.
So maybe it was 342.
So I was like, I bought the first book and I was like, could you please sign this? He's like, totally. And then he was like, I'm sorry about starting the addiction. So
That is what it is.
super nice.
You know who was also fucking really nice that I was surprised at, because I've only heard horror stories? Todd McFarlane.
See, I had a different experience with him.
I misjudged Todd because from what I heard, like the guy didn't do signatures, he didn't do nothing like that, didn't sign nothing. But that's not true. He'll sign anything you put in front of him. He will not do a CGC Sig Series signature at any convention. That is a once a year special thing where if you don't know somebody, like a Desert Wind or my buddy Rich
NY
Hand or
Comics.
somebody, New York Comics, somebody that's going to be in that, you know.
Yeah, it's at the Toy Factory, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Then he's not going to sign it. He'll sign it, but not for CGC. And CGC will not accept that shit from him. But this dude was online. My man Rich here was the last one on the line to get his shit signed. And then they just closed down his booth. Like his handlers were like, yo, we got to close down. And there was like 20, 30 other people on the line. They're like, oh man, we're waiting here. And Todd's like, listen, they're closing down the booth, but I'm going out those doors over there. So if you happen to be in front of those doors over there that I'm walking out of in like 5 minutes, we could probably continue this outside. There's no reason for this guy to do this. He's worth millions upon millions of dollars. And it was just a really nice thing to do. And that always endears me to creators that are willing to go that extra mile for fans and just for signatures, just to meet people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's really a cool thing to do. It's what like really endeared me to Jason David Frank last year.
Oh, that story was awesome.
When the homeboy just got up on top of his table with
a megaphone.
300 fucking people on his line.
I was with you for that, yeah.
Yes, you were. We were meeting Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
He got up with a megaphone and said, listen, don't anybody leave the line.
I'm staying
I don't
here
care
for
if they
all of
throw
you."
you out. Stay. I
wait,
canceled my flight.
I canceled my
I'm
flight.
staying.
That was
I'm
the
going to
best
meet
part.
every one of you. That was
Yeah.
one of the most awesome things I've ever seen a celebrity do in my life.
That is badass.
So cool.
I got a lot of respect for him.
Everybody that we wound up meeting at Comic-Con was really awesome, really great. Big shout out to Tim Seeley, who was kind enough to redo an interview with me after I lost my fucking phone on Friday night, being just ridiculously hammered, going home, and I lost the shit in the cab. I lost 4 interviews. I lost 2 panels. I haven't stopped drinking, though, mind you. But,
Since
you know,
then, still drinking.
I do apologize to Steve Barak and Helene, like everybody that I lost their interviews. Would love to run into you guys again at a future con, and hopefully we can talk to each other. But big thank you to our buddy from Dark Horse, Orb Driver, who not only hooked us up with a number of amazing interviews over the course of the weekend. Dude, here's to you for fucking making Comic-Con just one of the best ever. Thank you, sir. And thank you for hooking us up with all this great shit that we're going to give away to you guys in the coming weeks. We got a Zelda hardcover art book. We got a Link fucking figure that may or may not make it to you guys if I decide to keep this shit. We got a Ganondorf figure to go right along with that Link figure. Let's have a look at that shit. We have this Legend of Korra glass set.
Ooh.
We got a Game of Thrones throne that the Joker happens to be currently sitting on. We got a whole bunch of Alex Mayleave signed Hellboy posters. And last but not least, we have a whole bunch of Batman stamps that we're going to give to you guys. Exclusive release from DC Comics. You could put them on a letter if you want to mail some shit, but why would you?
So how many sexual favors did you have to do to get all this?
Listen, what happens at Comic-Con stays at Comic-Con.
This ain't Vegas.
We're better than Vegas. We're better than California. We're New York. We're the city that never sleeps. We are the best fucking after party ever, thanks to our buddy Matt and all of those people at Costume Super Center and Tiernan Nog for throwing one of the craziest after parties that I don't even remember leaving. Yeah, I haven't stopped drinking yet though.
And lost your phone app.
For the record, I lost my phone in the cab on the ride home.
Uh-huh.
The blame only falls to me. It does not fall to Comic-Con.
No, it doesn't fall to Comic-Con, but I'm just saying.
We're just throwing that out there.
Well, so let's start at last week and let's talk Batman 35.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah.
It's been a while since, you could, like, the last Batman book and the whole thing with the Riddler and everything was kind of drawn out.
Yeah, it was kind of a little long in the tooth there.
All of a sudden starts out with, like, a gas bomb goes off in the middle of Gotham, and at the heart of it happens to be Batman, who set off the gas bomb himself to get everyone out. Because for some reason that he can't really fathom, he's fighting the entire Justice League.
And his little
And
armor.
it's like straight up, like, Dark Knight Returns.
That was awesome.
Frank Miller armored up shit, and he's fighting Wonder Woman. All of a sudden, he goes up against the Flash, makes mincemeat of Aquaman, and he's got all of these little things going on in this armor, like it's ready for basically everyone except one. And I am not the biggest fan of this guy. I like him. I respect him. I respect his place in comicdom history, but I take him or leave him. But I like when they show him the respect due unto the character. And when Batman's like, listen, we handled Wonder Woman. He's talking to like Alfred. He's like, Penny 1, we handled Wonder Woman. We took care of Flash with this little greased up surface. He just let him slide right by him like a Looney Tunes.
That was great. That was absolutely great.
It does this thing to Aquaman where it covers him in this polymer glue that absorbs the moisture in his body. And he's like, all I can hope is that he is still off planet. Boom! And he gets knocked through like 4 walls and panel after panel. And then you see Superman just float down. And he's like, oh, shit. But
that last panel
was one. He's like, Clark, fight this. What is doing this to you? Because he knows, obviously, the JLA is not going to attack him just willy-nilly out of the blue. And all of a sudden, Clark's like, oh, but don't you get it? The joke's on you. And
he's got a huge grin. Oh, that last panel was like,
perfect. And, the next issue, I'm back, or he's back, whatever it was. Perfect. Everybody's been wondering where the Joker's at for a long time.
This
is a book you definitely must read.
Yeah.
Batman 35. Ramon told me, he's like, as soon as he picks it up, he's like, dude, I don't care what you do, read home,
35.
Read Batman 35. By the way, Ramon cannot be here today. He's taking his girl out for dinner for her birthday. So, all the best to you, Ramon. Hope you have a good, fun night.
No, but the stakes in the book are really high, and that's one of the drawing factors I think about it. Is that the stakes are brought up so high.
But I like the fact that they bring in a little bit of the old Mark Waid story of the Tower of Babel, where he will kick the entire JLA's ass.
Everybody.
Right, he's got contingency plans for everyone, and that's what Batman does. He's just a human being doing the best that he can in a world of gods.
Yep.
And that's what's great about him.
And he kicks all the gods' asses.
He pretty much kicks everybody's ass. One of the things
He's taken Superman down a number of times.
Always loved, it's when there's good writing going on with Batman and Superman, you can't front on it.
No.
Because, there was one where, I don't remember what book it was, but I happened to see it on that comic book collecting page on Facebook. Yeah. And Batman goes to take a swing at Superman and he moves. He does his little light speed teleport movement, and he's like, and he tells Batman, if you do that again, I'm going to just stand still. And you're going to break every bone in your hand. That's great.
Yep.
That's fucking Superman. Yep. And even when Jim Lee was doing it in the Hush storyline, when he went to throw the punch at him and he hit him and socked him good.
Yep.
And he's like, even with the kryptonite ring, if I do that again, I'm going to break every bone in my hand.
Yeah.
That's fucking Superman. And that's great.
And that's Jeff Loeb writing that.
Listen, I got nothing against Jeff Loeb. When he's on point, he's
good.
On point.
But when
he sucks, he is pulling that golf ball through 6 feet of garden hose.
Yeah.
He is a fucking tie hooer on a Friday night.
No, he's either on top or on the bottom.
Yeah. No, there's no happy medium.
There's no happy medium.
Wolverine, Death of number 4.
I never liked it.
Yeah, so did I.
Honest to God, I thought I was going to get to that and see how he died.
And there was going to be some villain that killed him or something.
It was going to be like, really?
Do we want to spoil this for them, or do we want to make them read it?
Make them read it.
Make them read it. This was, in my opinion, this was a good death scene.
He went out like a champ.
Saving people.
Yeah.
From the same Weapon X fate that befell him.
And you know what I liked? There was not an X-Men to be found in that book.
Yes.
Not a single one. It was just straight up Wolverine being what he
Dr.
good
Cornelius
at what he is.
being the evil bastard that he is.
Yep.
The Weapon X guy, the brains of the operation. And the ending of the whole thing was phenomenal. Guys, go out and read it and please.
I'm not sure I understand.
What the fuck? Listen, you fucking digital cunt. I'm telling you that Wolverine's death was epic. Of all things, obviously we know it's not going to last, but it's going to be fucking cool. So why don't you go search me some images of the death of Wolverine and make yourself fucking useful. Next time, turn off your phone.
She didn't get that.
Of course she didn't. Siri doesn't like Brooklyn accents. We established this already.
No, she's got selective hearing.
So, guys, check out Death of Wolverine and hit us up. Let us know what you thought of it. I'm sure we're going to get very
Opposing
responses.
Right,
Questions at Pete'sBasement.com, Facebook.com/Pete'sBasement, and make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Pete's Basement. What up?
Okay. Is it repetitive, though?
How is it repetitive?
What, the fact that Marvel kills somebody off like every week?
Sure.
Thank you.
But in the way he's killed, is it repetitive?
No, actually, I
No.
think this was
You
one
don't
of the most
honestly-
original ideas,
Yeah.
and it leaves it open to actually bring him back.
Yeah.
This is finally one time where death you can honestly look at it like, maybe he's not fucking permanently dead.
Okay.
And obviously we know we're going to bring Wolverine back by the time X-Men Apocalypse hits theaters in 2016.
Absolutely.
So let him be dead for a year. Let people enjoy a Wolverine-less Marvel universe. I, for one, am
What's
looking forward
Avengers and X-Men and all these books gonna do?
Thank fucking God! Wolverine and the X-Men is finally ending.
They keep clapping every time you're saying fuck.
I know, it must be the secret word or
I
something.
know, no, I don't know.
Great.
I know.
Did you read Logan Legacy?
I did.
What'd you think?
Yeah.
It was
It
like,
was-
I don't dislike it, but I'm like not running out to get the second one either.
No.
First of all, I don't like this. You know when they, like, how do I put this? They harken back to old issues.
Yeah.
Like, you know when Stan Lee used to do that?
Yeah.
And he'd be like, oh, in Fantastic Four 52, and they mentioned, let's say, the coming of Galactus in 48. And he'd be like, signing it Stan or something like that.
Right,
And they'll say,
yeah.
see Fantastic Four 48. You're allowed to
Wacky
do that with
whacker.
back issues. You are not allowed to do that with issues that ain't
That
out
are
yet.
coming out yet, yes.
Like, you're not allowed to tell me that look for this story in fucking 3 months.
in number 6, in number
That's
4,
ridiculous.
in number 3.
That is some shit, and that's foul play. Dirty pool, old man.
Yeah.
Not feeling you. I don't like that. It was a decent story where you're going to get every Wolverine-esque character together. Fine, I want to know who Homeboy in the Red Hood is. Great. But I don't particularly like...
It's Jason Todd.
Yeah, it was definitely Jason Todd.
What, they brought Angela over, so
Yeah,
why
it was
not
definitely
Jason Todd?
They bought him. They did. Guaranteed.
He's not doing much in DC anyway.
Guys, this is the point of the show where we're going to tell you to stop watching the preview video because it's about to end and go and check out our full-length videos for 99 cents. You can get this episode. It'll last for 2 days, and then it magically deletes itself. You can watch the full video for $1.99. You can have this video forever. You can see our pretty faces talking to you about comics, about the death of Wolverine, and about all the great comics that we're going to talk about in the next few minutes forever. It is DRM free, so you can put it on whatever device you got. Roger's clapping because I finally got that right.
How many months?
It is not DTF. Well, I mean, we are, but still, it's DRM free. So you. So you can have this episode forever, and for the low price of $3.99, you can have this and every other episode we put out in the month, along with all of our special edition stuff, all of the behind-the-scenes nonsense that goes on, all of the extras videos, everything sent right to you for $3.99. I said it right just for everybody because I do know that there's an H in there somewhere. Subscribe. Thanks to our good buddies at Pivot Share.
It comes after the T.
What?
It comes
The
after
H. It comes
T.
after the T.
The Earl comes after the T?
Yeah.
The Earl guy comes in, and
Yeah.
then you give him tea, and he fills up the Earl.
Yep.
Yeah.
After
That's
sitting
how
on the
it works.
bathroom.
Yep.
In the toilet paper.
3 minutes.
For 3 minutes. Honestly, for 3 minutes, that's a pretty short bathroom break. Not for nothing.
And what do you
I
give-
have peas that have lasted
and
more
what
than
do
3
you give
minutes.
him when he leaves?
A tip.
What else do you give him when he leaves?
Wait, you give him your tip?
No, Noah, not my tip. Chill out.
Come on, we're in Brooklyn. What do you give him when he leaves? You just give him money? You give him what?
I don't know where she's going.
I don't know either. She's my wife.
She's your wife. You're supposed
I
to
don't
know these
know.
things.
What do you give him?
Liquor?
Trousers.
Oh, Peter.
I can't give him no liquor. He's got to drive the oil truck. That's flammable.
Earl, it's Earl.
Oh.
No, he's giving me the Earl. What am I giving him?
A beer.
I don't give him no beer. He's driving.
He'll take the beer.
Don't drink and drive. That's bad. Call a cab wherever you're at.
And lose your phone in the process.
Listen, losing your take it from Pete's basement. Losing your phone is better than losing your life or somebody else's. Don't drink and drive. Call a cab. I like that setup. That was good. High five. All right. Earth 2 World's End #1. This is another weekly series from DC. More interesting than Future's End for sure. You've got the guys from Earth 2 basically going up against Darkseid. And, you know, kind of seeing where and how the regular DCU relates to it. You know. Did you ever hear Elton John's song, Rocket Man? I don't listen to no soft ass shit. Cause it's you. You're the Rocket Man.
Is that a Nicolas Cage?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Nice.